Hi, I'm going to do a quick pros and cons of being vegan video right now. It's not all inclusive, it's just what's immediately on the top of my head at the moment. Alright, so first we'll go over the cons. One, if you're a high performance athlete or someone that pushes yourself really hard and thus burns a lot more calories than a normal person, then it's more challenging to get the calories you need on this diet. It can definitely be done. I've been doing it fine so far, but you definitely have to eat a lot of beans and rice and pastas and nuts, because fruits and vegetables, they pretty much like have nothing in them calorie wise. It's like 100 calories here, 20 calories there. It's like takes forever to add up to anything significant. I mean, lots and lots of people in the world are struggling with their weight and getting too many calories, so this would probably be a plus to them, but I've always had trouble trying to get all the calories I need off the budget I have to work with, so to me it's definitely a con. Another thing is, it's probably true with any diet, just we don't do it because we're lazy and take things for granted, but definitely with a vegan diet, you have to be attentive that you're getting all the nutrients and stuff you need, especially your B12 and your zinc. And like I mentioned in a couple of my other videos, if you establish routines and create good habits, this kind of stuff can become pretty mindless and easy, but definitely at the beginning when you're setting these patterns and habits, it's pretty challenging. So you need to be aware that you're taking everything into your body that you need to take in. Another con is the inconvenience. Like, there aren't very many places that are super vegan friendly. Like, your options are vastly reduced when you become vegan. Places are getting better. There's a lot of restaurants that are willing to try to work with you because they want your patronage, but it's definitely not the same as when you weren't a vegan and you could just go anywhere. Another con is the way people treat you and respond to you. It's like another one of those things, just like if you're an atheist or I don't know. It's just like something that the general public doesn't seem to respond well. You get like crazy looks all the time when they find out, and your family like always is worrying about you and trying to convert you, and like sometimes it's not like that, but it can be that way. So those are just a few of the cons, but obviously I must think that the pros outweigh it, so I'm going to go over some of those that immediately come off the top of my head. I think a lot of people know who are vegan know about some of the horrible things about the meat industry, so one of the huge pros is that you're not contributing to that anymore. The way that the general huge meat industry like treats the animals super poorly, shows no respect to them, is mean to them the entire time, has them like on man-made hard surfaces instead of like natural surfaces, has them confined in small spots, has them wedged together with a whole lot of other animals. None of that's any good, and it feels really good to know that you're not contributing whatsoever to that. Also, the big issue of them burning a lot of the rainforest and stuff to produce space for more cattle. That's also a really bad thing that you can feel good about not contributing towards. So that's one. Another is if you do a vegan diet in a very well planned manner where you're making sure that all your nutrients are accounted for, I think it's healthier. Um, Fruits and vegetables are very, very good for you. Like, especially, yeah, like all these water-based, high nutrient foods, they don't tax almost any of our organs or systems hardly at all. Like, the body digests them really easy, uses them really easy. It's really, really good, easy converted energy. It's just really, really clean fuel. It's kind of gives like our lymph system a break. It doesn't have to filter as many toxins out of our body. That's why a lot of people that do cleanses and stuff will just have like fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, obviously, if you're a vegan, you're going to have plenty of beans and rices and pastas and nuts and stuff because you're going to need to have enough calories and fats. So you're not going to solely have those, but that's one of my other pros for being a vegan is just by default not consuming a lot of meat and dairy products. You have to fill up those meals with something else, and you can be a bad vegan and eat a lot of candy, drink a lot of soda, and be in horrible health, or you can be a subpar vegan and just eat lots and lots of pasta and beans and rice and almost completely neglect your fruits and vegetables. Especially if you have a high metabolism and you need more calories, I can see that happening very easily. But if you put some focus on getting some fresh fruits and vegetables into your life, it's really, really good for you. And I think being vegan makes that easier because you don't have meat and dairy filling up so many of your meals and accounting for so many of your calories. So it's easier to find like slots to insert all these fresh fruits and vegetables. So that's a really, really good thing. And just seems to give you more energy and boost your immune system, but obviously only if you do it correctly. If you're going around eating sources of calcium only when you have other foods that have inhibitors in them and then you don't get calcium, then your bones are going to be weak. And every time you're taking in iron from your vegan sources, there's inhibitors. You don't get enough vitamin C to overcome that, then you're going to have iron deficiency and be anemic, just like people have the stereotype. And if you don't get enough zinc, your immune system's going to go down. If you don't get enough B12, that's just not good at all. So you definitely need to do the diet correctly. And if you do, I think you'll thrive. So that was just a short little list of pros and cons to being vegan. I think that the pros far outweigh the cons. I may not have voiced them correctly enough to make that obvious to you, but to me, it feels really, really obvious. The pros outweigh the cons, but that you need to be aware that there are some cons and adjust your life accordingly to meet them successfully. That's all I have for tonight. Hopefully I'll get some videos about specific nutrients that sometimes are lacking and what good vegan sources are to get those. So for now, I'm done.